So today we're going to be jumping into a game with a very interesting name. The usage of a word that you don't really often ever hear. And the first game really got a lot of people's attention because of not just name, but the sort of unique experience that it provided. And what I'm talking about is Confabulation, and then now the second installment, Confabulation Homestead, which just released September 2nd, 2023 by Autogen. Now, if you don't follow Autogen on Twitter, make sure to, and to wishlist their games or follow them on Steam. But Confabulation is a mixture of a memory-based game meets a sort of I'm on observation duty game. So what we're looking at is you are in first-person mode, you are moving through a house, and as you go through, you realize that your character is having memory issues. And over time, you're trying to correct those memory issues. And so you're trying to call out and go, okay, no, this is incorrect, this is correct. And you take photos of things. And once you take photos of things, they correct themselves, right? But you can run out of time. You can also have too many anomalies going on, and you run out of time, and then it just spirals downhill from there. But you can also get through and find all the different changes in the house while also solving environmental puzzles and just doing a lot of adventuring throughout the house or throughout the building or structure that you're in to find keys and the like. So it's a really neat experience that at first I thought was going to be very much like I'm on Observation Duty 2, where it was all first person. You're walking through an apartment trying to record things and I think taking photos on a phone. But it's actually pretty different. It's not as, it doesn't lean as heavy into the mechanics of I'm on observation duty as I thought it would. And it became more of a sort of adventure, horror, survival style game with the memory aspect, with the, change or spot the difference sort of elements, but also it had puzzles and it had some interesting kind of lore or sort of semi-world building, at least, of this person and what's going on with them. And it was really neat, and I kept playing it and found myself to be more and more addicted to playing Confabulation and, failing and learning and trying to figure out, okay, what do I need to do? What are my next steps? That way I can actually finally beat the game. So let's go ahead, without any ado, jump on into Confabulation Homestead by Autogen. All right, we have 4 different game modes: standard, hard, endless, and helpless. You have to beat the game on standard to get hard, and then so on and so forth. With standard, the intended difficulty to play the game, all puzzle solutions are randomized each time. You will have access to 3 helpful items. There are many different alterations that may occur. The speed at how often they occur will increase over time. 2 endings can be achieved, which that's really cool, 2 endings. And I do remember a bit of randomization, which I appreciated in the first game as well. So you can't just rush through things because they won't always be in the same spot, or the changes won't happen all at the same time in the same location, so on and so forth.
Warrant for your home. They'll be there in about an hour. I really hope what everyone in town is saying isn't true. I mean, there's just no way, right? I hope you're able to get your shit together soon. Anything you have to prove that you're not involved. Just take care, Bo.
Luckily, we can speed through some of it, so. Jesus Christ. Well, that's a new one. Forgot to pick up the camera, I think. Yeah. Hold up. I'm looking for those fuse boxes. I'm looking for the light bulb. There's the light bulb. $226, $802, $1217, $1229, $321. Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. Yep, thank you. I do have a lot of wood there. That is true. I'm just piling it on up, you know?
Ooh.
I think it's upstairs, maybe? Oh, yeah, hi. Okay, so that room is solved. Let's close that. Oh, they're getting spicy. Already took off the blinds in this room. Oh, no. Okay, so we have 0187. Okay, there we go for this room. Oh, hi. Okay, so safe is done. Basement needs to be worked on. Dinosaur room is done. Let's work on this room. Oh, okay. Microscopium again. 2. Which is 876. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4 yellow stars. I don't see 5, but it is in the shape of this. How is it not that, then? Is it a bug? That says 2. 876. It's the cross? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I can see that too. 4. Okay. Yeah, 4 stars, so it's the cross. Oh, 3. I misread it. Yeah, that's 3. Okay. My bad. 744. Okay, there we go. Hi, alien. Yes, I saw you. I deny your existence, so fuck off. Making sure on any alterations. There we go. God, this thing, I forgot. There we go. Don't know how the hell I forgot it, because it scared the shit out of me when I first went in the closet. I was wondering about that chair. Oh. Hi. I gotta do this again. There we go. What's different about that? Oh, it's not there. Oh, my bad. Damn, I saw and I took a photo in that area. It didn't do anything. All right, well, now we know. All right, I have an image of the flashing X's. So it's 1. So that one's incorrect, but we'll probably fix it with something else. Oh yeah, actually that works. So there we go there. You know, actually, let's just do solid X's now. So there, 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 there. Jesus Christ. Okay, there we go. All right, man. Got through a little bit of aggravation on that one. I like the fact that it's multi-layered for sure. But yeah, I guess I was just goofing up on them. I guess I was just misseeing things or something. I don't really know. But I swear I've done it a few different times like that, and it didn't work. But clearly user error, so there's that. But we finally got through it, which is good. That's like the toughest puzzle. I do appreciate, though, I love the fact that you have to use the flash, the lights, as well as the black light and everything. I think that's really cool. We're hearing a lot of moving. Don't like it. Maze gate key. There we go. Come on. Thank you. If you get lost, remain calm, stay put, shout for help. Try to follow the maze wall with your left hand. Yeah, I think keeping your flares for this is what's really important. Trying to just follow the maze wall with it to my left. As it said, you know. Why do I feel like I'm playing Labyrinthine right now? Well, I will say, I am definitely impressed by how much they've expanded on this game and how much they've added to it is really cool. And again, they kept the things that worked really well in the first game and added some additional layers to this one that I think work very well too. And it is a lot of fun. It is just, it takes up a lot of your focus. And there's just a lot going on in a way. You've kind of got this sort of artificial timer in the back of your head, like, ah, man, I just need to get through this. You have the puzzles. You have the different alterations that you have to find. So there's just quite a bit of like mental gymnastics that you're doing. And the puzzles are actually challenging to a point, which is great. They really get you experimenting and trying different things. The jump scares are fun, though they can tire after a little bit. But, I mean, you honestly do get your money's worth in the gameplay in this game. You get a very wild ride. You get some really engaging puzzles, some fun jump scares, some, creepy ambiance, which is great. Yeah, and this game is just so much bigger than the other one. It's impressive. And it's really neat to see that Autogen has put out something else to add on to the sort of confabulation, I guess, franchise now, if you want to look at it as that. And this is going to be a very unique experience. It's not just a horror survival game. It is not just a I'm on observation duty. It's very much its own thing while taking some things that worked from those titles and those genres and running with it, which I really enjoy. Like, even though I was getting frustrated because we had that one bug where we had to quit, and then just seeing the fuses, which are meant to be hard to find, understandably so. Oh, that was interesting. Glide for me, daddy. Hi. It's like just checking you out from like across the bar. Like, what's up? And I will say, this is like so creative and so vastly different even from the first one in the sense of what's happening in this game. It is very neat. Yeah, this is definitely a wild experience. You know what? Honestly, getting to this point so far is actually really cool. Just this lighting up, it's just like the simple stuff, but throughout the game, as you keep going, you keep finding value. Whether it's just knowing the puzzles, knowing what to look for, doing the game faster, taking on the harder difficulties, and mastering those, Well, yeah, Bo wants to get abducted so he can be with his family, supposedly. Oh, here we go. Beat me up. Yeah, we've been working on this game for 4 hours, trying to get through it. So you definitely get your money's worth out of the game. And you come away with a really fun journey, a really interesting story. And yet there's still more. We're on this ship, and yet there is still more. We have our camera. Bo's back, bitches. What's up? Honestly, just getting to the ship, going through everything we did feels actually pretty solid. Then why was being abducted in the house bad? I don't really 100% know. I'm not entirely sure. I think that could be a little bit of a hole in the plot. It could be that when you're using the signal, they're assuming you're another alien, maybe, rather than when they abduct you, they like knock you out or so. I don't know. No, it's a good question. It's a fair question. Oh, that looks cool. Get that on my wall. Yeah, like a beam me up Scott. Yeah, kind of what I was thinking, but I don't really know. Maybe we'll learn more here in a second. Oh, we did something with that flash. It like kind of sped up the sound a little bit. I wonder if you have to keep flashing it to open this door. Oh, the flash isn't, like, quick enough. Yeah, Or do we just have to keep flashing it, maybe? Oh, that's funky. Because now we can't really leave outside of this kind of invisible box. Hey guys, how's it going? Okay, totally worth. Totally worth. Best game ever. Best game ever. 10 out of 10. Would flip again. So I guess the goal was to take down the ship? So by flashing that orb, which was sort of like their power source?
You kiss your mother with that mouth?
And this was just one of 2 endings. I'm curious on what the second ending is, besides facing death. Yeah, I mean, I think in a sense, even though you start getting used to what the puzzles are and to the flow of what alters, there's still plenty of replayability as well. I mean, we played it through like 6 times before we nailed it. Technically 5, but we bugged out on one of them. So, you know, there's getting that down, getting to the ending, then going, oh crap, there's another ending. Let's do that. And then you have multiple difficulties. I think there's like 4 total difficulties. Yeah, standard, hard, endless, and helpless. So then you try to test your brawn against that. And then also on top of that, if you want to get better, you want to get faster, you can compete against yourself on difficulties you've already played because you have the number of tries, you have the times. So if you're trying to get better at your time, to speedrun it. So this game is great for speedrunning. This game is, I think, really good for replayability for the most part. There are only 2 achievements, which I really think there should be more for this type of game, because that will get people playing even more. But then again, I guess it's kind of difficult without either doing the really easy achievements, which is like, hey, congratulations, you participated sort of achievement. Like, hey, you not only beat the game, but like, hey, you grabbed the camera. Hey, you took your first photo or flashed your first like alteration. So, I mean, I guess I can kind of see that as being like a little meh for an achievement. So I guess I don't really know maybe what you could do for achievements. Could be something interesting though. You could play around with it, but I think that would help it having some more achievements for more replayability. But otherwise, the replayability is here. The creativity is here. The quirky, creepy, semi-campy, but the horror overall elements are still here. It's fun to play through. Even though some things kind of get a little bit frustrating, it ideally should. And of course, for me, like I was getting more frustrated toward the end with some of the harder puzzles, but that's also because like I've been working all day. And so like to jump into a game where it's very like puzzle heavy when I've already been like intensively thinking and processing things all day doesn't really help, right? And if you're going at it straight for like 4 hours pretty much with not much of a break, yeah, you get a little frustrated. But I think overall, I actually really did enjoy my time. And I would love to jump into this again and check out the other ending. And again, because you've beaten it now, some of the puzzles from what I understand, because Autogen, I believe, did this in the first Confabulation as well, is that some puzzles will just automatically be solved. So that way you don't have to keep running the same sort of circuit over and over and over. Knowing that, there's only so much randomization to keep it interesting. Though I do appreciate the randomization that is here. Fuses are going to be in different spots. The bulb will be in different spots. Certain things will change or alter, and it isn't always consistent. Like it's not going to be like, oh, 5 minutes in, a t-shirt appears here kind of thing. There is a lot of variety going on with this game, and the pure size of it. The fact that you have an outdoors for the game now too, where that wasn't a thing in the first Confabulation. You were always inside. The fact that not only that, but you have the maze, and then you have the ship. Like, Autogen has taken Confabulation and really, really built it out, like vastly compared to the first game. Though I would still recommend checking out the first game. It was still a lot of fun. I really had a good time with that, and I think overall, if I had to rate it out of 10, I would probably give it like a solid 6. Like, it was fun, it was engaging, the replayability is there. I would probably give it a higher rating if it wasn't for the fact that we had that one major bug where we couldn't use our left mouse click, and then we had to quit and just start all over again from square one. But other than that, the replayability is here, the creativity is here, the amount of layers and elements and taking stuff that worked from the first Confabulation and putting into this one, but then adding some additional stuff and, expanding on ideas. You could see that in here, and that's really awesome to see. I really do appreciate that. That shows that, they took back feedback. They took back on, people playing through the game in general and seeing how people interacted with things and went back in and went, okay, how can I, switch some things up? How can I tweak some things? And it really shows in Confabulation Homestead. And I like the fact, too, that it's not just like demons or ghosts or anything. We're not doing so much supernatural as now aliens, which is actually pretty cool because we don't get a lot of those types of games, like the sci-fi horror. It's done pretty well in this game overall. I will say sometimes the jump scares get a little bit samey. Character appears, disappears, fades in, fades out. You get a little bit of that sort of black and white, which is kind of shocking. So initially, yeah, you hear the sound, you see the person, you have the sort of black and white effect that can happen. But after a while, you could see through my gameplay that I was just like, all of a sudden, hey, what's up? Hey, that's Larry. He stops by all the time. He's fucking annoying. And then you just kind of keep going. So it got kind of samey, but even then, sometimes it still got you because you were so focused in on the puzzle at hand, or you hear an alteration and then you're trying to go, okay, where was that at? What room haven't I been to yet? I wouldn't mind maybe some slightly different jump scares. I know there were some where it's like sliding out and then disappearing, but like even the one in the maze became pretty samey, where it's like the alien just is like, hi, like checking you out like you're at a bar, and then slides across the ground, not even walking, and just pops. It happened almost too many times. I wanted some other kind of things to happen. Maybe a hand coming through the corn stalks or something else, or something like running by, not just like, hey, what's up, come here often, and then slide away. So getting some like randomization of the jump scares would be great, I think, to really break things up and help it not feel so samey after a while even. And that'll help a lot with replayability as well. But overall, good experience. Check it out for yourselves from Autogen Games. You can follow Autogen at Autogen on Twitter. And then also you can check them out not only on Steam, but also on itch.io. But with that, thank you very much for hanging out and for joining me for Confabulation Homestead. I hope you enjoyed your stay here on the Homestead. Take care of yourselves and each other. I will see you soon.